Welcome to session number 3 of the Slam Sketchbook challenge. I almost forgot what it was called. That's okay. If you do not know, the Slam Sketchbook challenge is drawing 20 pages for 300 days. Okay? Makes sense? 300. Oh my god, 30 days. 300. I keep making that mistake, adding another 0. It's only 30 days. Okay, so we're going to be doing 30 sessions of it. This is the third one. Some people like to do them every single day back to back. I'm not doing them in a consecutive order. I am just doing it whenever I can sit down and do it. And this is the third session I have completed. Now, you might be like, Chrissy, this is part 4 technically because you have 3 parts. Yeah, the third one was a failed attempt where I only got I think 7 pages done. So this one's the full 20, and it's okay art. I tried a little bit something different. I made myself a little character timer. I would have the character on screen of what I wanted to draw and a 15-minute timer. So I did actually, instead of doing a sketchbook page spread and filling the 2 together, I would just do one page, fill that with character, and then the other page with another character, and only spend 15 minutes on it maximum. So this is truly the Slam Sketchbook challenge, because this one I did quite more sketching than I did last time, because the last ones were pretty good, well, not great, but pretty good drawings that could be processed and rendered into something fun and unique. So these ones are a bit more sketchy. If you don't like that, so sorry. I don't know if I like it either. But let's jump right into it and you'll see what I mean. Starting out with page 1, so sorry, this actually wasn't in the whole session. This was the day before because I wanted to do a warm-up page. So technically this first page wasn't part of the third session, but I wanted to include it anyway because I recorded it. You know, I didn't want to just waste that content. So this is probably the best page based on shading, I guess, but I wanted to warm up doing no base sketch, and you'll see that I just go straight in with the watercolor brush. This is my character Tina, and I kind of just opened up Pinterest and had some poses sitting on my desk on my monitor, was looking at them and was looking at some vintage, almost Barbie looking kind of drawings, and I like to draw Tina in those kind of outfits, and that's what inspired this page. I don't have too much to say about it. I just wanted to get better at warming up sketching with just watercolor paint. I think there's something so inspirational about seeing people who just sketch with paint and then just have the next best art piece they've ever done. I just think that's so amazing. I do think the last one is the best pose out of all of them, so I really did warm up there and get a little bit more used to drawing Tina's face. Here, jumping into the first actual page where I did this sit-down session, I had me, of course, as my first character. This is the warm-up of that day, so if you thought Tina's was good, this one is about to get way worse. This was my first sit-down drawing page. I drew me. Not a lot of high hopes here. I was just drawing my basic girl face, and of course I was coming up with stuff within that minute. I only had 15 minutes. I didn't want to spend 24 hours on this, you know what I mean? So I just drew my cute girl face, and what I do is I did a base pen sketch, and then I would color in my colors with watercolor and then go over it with that darker pen. And moving on to the right side of that page spread, I ended my 15 minutes, and then we jumped over to my character Joe, which is another version of me, so I added a little other drawing of me where Joe's hugging me and stuff. I think that's probably the best sketch thing on that page. I think that's a fun pose that I might bring into a digital concept, but we're gonna move pretty fast. There's not too much to say about. I like that tiny little little pose of Joe sitting cross-legged. I kind of just tried to go as fast as I could and just barf things on the page. I have never drawn Joe from the back, though. This is good. I had never realized that I wanted to draw patterns on her back like that, like mimicking how my character Aurora Rose has her dragon scales on the back. So that was really fun, actually, and I'm going to be keeping that in mind the next time I draw her. Moving on to the, I guess, fifth, I can't do math. Anyway, moving on to the next page, my next character was Aurora. Boom, drawing her fast. Got to come up with poses real quick and fast. They're a little more dynamic, maybe? I don't know. I try not to fill the page with too much, so I tried to do like one medium, one small, one large, kind of just trying to keep a flow, but I wasn't thinking too hard about it in here. I kept pretty much for 6 pages just doing the pen sketch, filling it with watercolor, and then doing whatever line work I could over the top. Did I capture her face like how I usually do in digital artwork? No, absolutely not. I do not think I did that, but I tried to just capture her essence. Honestly, this was just a test to see how many different poses I could do. And we move on to Sapphire, who I actually have a lot better time drawing. I feel like her long legs give very good room for fun perspective drawings. So you can see there, wherever kneeling on the ground, but her feet are much closer to your point of view, and then her head's farther away. I think that's so fun. And one of my favorite things, which I do in quite a few pages, is drawing them full standing, so the side view and then the front view, but like it's not like my full rendered style face, so it's very simplified, and I really like that so much. And Sapphire's so lovely to draw. I did my pen sketch, my watercolor, and then liner it over. Sapphire is like my comfort character not my comfort character, but she's my comfort drawing character, if that makes sense. Technically Aurora is my comfort character, but I find an easier time drawing Sapphire because of the shapes she's built with. Moving on to the next page, here we have Tina again, going in with my pen sketch, of course, and you can see a little bit, there's a little more of a flow for this one. I kind of like having, different sizes of different poses in the way it moves, blocking in my colors. And here I tried to do line work with some paints. I went and grabbed some gouache paints that are super old and crusty, and I wanted to use up, and I thought it'd be a good fun instead of trying to use a liner. So that was an interesting thing. I think I did, though, go back and jump in and add some liner, but I added some green. It gave me more pigmented colors, which I thought was really fun. So this was my first adding that paint and stuff, and you can see me adding a liner over the top of that to darken and make that more depth. And you can see me drawing the next page off camera. Thank you so much, me. That makes my life so much better. But you can kind of see I just went in with the paint to see if I could just do a sketch with just the paint, drawing Lady's face. That's the next page. How long is this going to take to get to the next thing? I'm like looking at my drawing. I'm like, can you move on to the next? Can we see? Can we see, please? We're gonna sit this out. We're gonna wait it out. And I'm going with my liner. You can kind of see that. Great. I am in love with this. I was so upset when I turned to realize I wasn't recording. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. Anyway, you can see I did that first one with just the paint, and then the second one I did with just the paint, and then the little stuff at the 3 drawings I did with pen and then added the paint over. And you can kind of see me just quickly trying to get that line work in, because I think by now the timer was going down, so I was like, draw fast. And that was Lady. Moving on to the next one. I think this one is one of my top favorites. You cannot go wrong with Amai. We love Amai. We stand Amai. I love her. So I was trying to think of fun and goofy ways of drawing her. You can see that I keep doing the front face and side face standing. I don't know. I think that just is like a good, I don't know. I just think that's nice to have on a page. And, my pen sketch, putting in the colors. We don't get a lot of pictures with Amai's mouth because that's more involving lore and stuff. I also love the raindrop effect behind this. I think it's so fun. I don't know. I think I really want to do a digital drawing with I don't know, with her in the rain with that saturated blue. I think it's so pretty. I don't know why. You know what? I do know why. It's because the color for her thing is pink, and then it's yellow, and then it's blue. Primary. That's probably why. My brain loves primary colors, so I added that liner and got that done. Moving on to our next girly. I had the pen sketch down, forgot to record it, love that. And I really, this is my best page, probably. I like the idea of it where it's the spread of her face, where it's two side views on the right and left, and in the middle is Xtra. And we have had a page with Xtra, so this I think will be her third page she's featured in, and I think it's the best one in this. I love the colors. I've learned that the gouache palette I have is just based with good colors that I could just pull from, that I don't have to mix any, and I was like, yes. It has a lot of good Xtra colors. Moving on to the next one, which is Amani. I almost said Amai. Pen sketched Amani is a good one. He has just eyes, no mouth. So he's very, like, versatile in the way you can play with him. His skin's galaxy, and he can, like, move, like, any which way he wants. He actually has that form there on the far right where I'm drawing, where it's kind of like, I don't know how you'd call that. Like a, I don't know. Like a blob of a galaxy. You can see me here adding more paints because I really liked drawing Xtra with adding more color with that paint and stuff, and I like the little dots I did. I don't know, I think that was fun. I just added that, and we pretty much just colored the page blue and lined it here. I didn't do too much because, you know, 15 minutes. Moving on to the next page, we have Ember. Sorry, I almost just coughed into the microphone. We have Ember. Ember is really hard for me to draw. We're moving on to characters I don't draw too often. I do like that I had Amani and Ember next to each other because complementary colors of blue and orange, so that was super fun. And I realized, wow, I don't know how Ember's hair looks. That one where it's just face view of her standing and like just staring, eyes wide, is probably the best one there of that hair. But I don't know. I think that's so cute. I like the ones where her arms crossed. It's just a lot of drawings that are just kind of showing you what I want and not really just knowing what I want, you know? But I like the flow of that spread. Moving on to the next one, we got our lovely Cody. I love Cody so much. Let me know. I did a poll where it was Belladonna, Amai, Cody, and Bam Bam for which ones you want to see in an animation meme, and I want Cody in an animation meme so badly. So let me know if you want Cody in an animation meme. I love this here where I added the blue on his forehead, where I don't know how to explain that, where it's like, I don't know, shock, I guess, where, you know, anime characters have the, like, the head that goes shaded. I don't know. I love that with the blue and orange complementary, and then where it added the X where it like fused together with that yellow. Ooh, I love that so much. I love this page. I think Cody is top tier, and he's also one of my comfort drawing characters because he is so easy to draw. This next page has Sabrina. I have hardly ever drawn Sabrina. I am so sorry. This one is not good. I really like the sketch, but then I put my colors down and I do not know what I was thinking. All I knew is apparently I was sick and tired of this. So I actually do like this idea with the eyes in the background, the red eyes. Probably in the future make them yellow because no, her eyes do get red. That's what it is. I've drawn that at least before, but I do like the idea of drawing her spider face in the background. If you don't know, she has two mouths. She's one like under where her chin is. You can kind of see that, and it opens up. So I thought that'd be a fun concept drawing. Really, really bad execution. Really bad. Don't love it. Also not the right colors. Also, I had 15 minutes. Don't hurt me. Moving on to the next character, which is Brianna. She is also kind of a comfort character that I should draw more often. I don't draw her a lot, but like I feel like I should, you know. I love her side view. I do draw that all the time, which you think I would have drawn better, but I didn't. And here we went back to my pen base sketch, truly, and went in and blocked the colors. And you can see me stop for a second. There was a lot of like stopping and letting that dry while I was swapping from different projects. There is something very good and nice about black line art just sticking it over that watercolor thing and just blocking that in and just letting it be. You know what I mean? It's as good as it's gonna get. So I don't know. I thought it was cute poses for like different busts, and I guess knee and up, and the green made it pop a little bit more with that yellow, so I thought that was a nice choice. Moving on, this one I didn't hit record, so sorry, but I started drawing Bam Bam. I have never I've drawn Bam Bam once. So that one sketch on the left, it doesn't exist. That right one, phenomenal. We love that one. That one actually turned out really good. I've never drawn his side view before. So that was an interesting one. And I actually thought the colors here were, with that green, purple, and pink, were really cute. Moving on to the next page. This one, I did a full spread. This one is the second to last one. And I thought, wow, I'm so tired. Let me draw how I'm feeling right now. And I was having a hard time that day, guys. I was having you know how you need to finish something and then everyone around you is like, I need you for this. I need you for this. Can you stop what you're doing? I was like, oh my God, just let me draw. So I finally got back and I was like, wow, the last thing I want to do is draw. You know what I mean? So I decided to draw me drawing in my setup. And I decided to do a black and white drawing because I just felt like that was the energy it was giving, and black and white is just so easy to draw, so much easier to paint. I don't have to think about colors. And to be fair, the sketch isn't that good. The sketch could be better. It's a side view, and honestly, I was ready to be done. So technically this is the last page of art, and I will get to the last page and explaining it here in a minute. But I thought this was a fun concept that I actually might do digitally. I don't know, there's something like an air about it that's just, I don't know, something eerie, but like yet something that's like breathable. Weird. This last page I thought would be a fun page because by now I was like, I'm gonna rip this book in half. I don't want to do this anymore. I think the reason I was so ready to be done is because this is the final for this sketchbook, so I just was ready to move on to a new thing. And I added hearts onto this page, and I started just like adding just like little words, and I thought, let me take all of the comments I get in this video and I'll write them on here. So if you have any comments or anything that's overall how the Slam Sketchbook has gone so far that you like or don't like, or if you hate me or if you love me, write it in the comments. And every comment on this video will go into that page of the sketchbook as like a fun wrap up. I thought that'd be so fun. I didn't come up with that right off the top of my head, but I'm proud of myself that I did, so I don't have to draw anything for that page. But that is it for this sketchbook. Thank God it's over for this one. This is the third session. I have 27 more. That's great. That's great, Chrissy. We're going to be doing this until you die. That's it for this session. Let me know which one was your favorite page. I'm hoping to have a little bit more of like better art content the more I do this. Maybe I'll just, we will get used to this format at some point, but thank you so much for watching. I will do a sketchbook cover before I do the fourth edition or fourth session of the Slam Sketchbook, but yeah, that is all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless you. Thank you for watching.